Hey friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kenzie Sexton and I'm a 4th grade teacher in South Dakota. Today for Tech Tip Tuesday, I'm going to be showing you around Google Forms, so let's get started. So again, we are going to start at the Google homepage. From there, like in the other videos, you may go up into the waffle and look for your Google Forms document. However, I always recommend going into Google Drive just because you can start any type of Google tool from there. So to do that, you just click on the new, and then you can choose which tool you want to create, and if you go to more, that's where you'll find the Google Forms. So I'm going to click on Google Forms, and it's going to open a new Google Forms for me. Now, there is a difference between Google Form and Google Form Quiz. If you're wanting it to grade for you, then you'll want to switch it to a quiz. So to switch it to a quiz, you'll go up into the settings, then you'll go to quizzes and just flip this on to make it a quiz. Then you may choose, when I do that, you can choose if you want it to release the grade to the student immediately after or later and wait for you to approve it and have it sent out. I would recommend doing the later just so you have the chance to go through and correct anything before it's sent out to eliminate extra questions and concerns. And then you can choose what the student will see if you want them to see any missed questions, correct answers, point values, any of that on the quiz. Then when you come back in here, when you type the question, let's say the question is 2 times 5 equals, then you'll add your options here, and you can change the different settings as well. My favorite for quizzes is the multiple choice, just because I think it's the easiest for you to set up. I'll provide some options for the students to choose from, and then I'm going to click on answer key, and then from there I'm going to choose how many points this question's worth and type that in, and then I also need to select the correct answer and then click done, and that will grade it as the student goes through. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go back and just show you how to create a regular form. So I'm going to switch this off of quiz. Okay, now when I'm back on my home page, the first thing I like to do is title it. So if we're doing a multiplication form, let's say this is 1 by 1 digit. 1 by 1 digit. I'm going to type that in just for a little bit more of an explanation of what this is. Then I can start to design my Google form by clicking up in on this little paint board. Now to customize your theme, you have a couple options. You can choose an image that you already have that you'd like uploaded, and it will come across the top of the screen, or you can choose a color. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose a color. And then here it allows you to choose your background color as well. I'm just going to choose a lighter color, and then at the end you can also choose the font that you would like, and I would like to use a more playful one right now. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to X out, and we're back to the page. Now to add the questions, you are going to click this little this plus sign for an add a question, and it will pop up. Once you are ready, you'll type in the question that you would like to have added, and go 2 times 7 equals. Now you have different options of how you want to have the students answer it. You have the option of short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, and checkboxes. My 2 favorites are short answer and multiple choice. I think they're just easier to work with. It's easier for the students to understand. It just kind of depends on what you want the students to do. So I'm going to show you short answer first because, well, I kind of already showed you multiple choice. The short answer is a little bit more complicated. With this question in short answer, if you want there to be response validation, To make sure that the student has it correct, you click on these 3 dots down here, click on response validation, and I already chose number just based off my question. You're going to choose what you're wanting the student to answer it with. I typically choose equal to, and when I solve the problem, my answer would be 14. So I would type in the number 14 here, and then in the custom error text, if the student answers it incorrectly, I'm just gonna type in try again so that they are reminded to try it again. If you want the student to answer every question on the page and not miss any, you can click this required button on. That way, if you click it on for each question, the student has to answer every question before submitting the assignment. So that's one way to do the assignment, or for a question. Another way is to actually upload an image for the question, screenshot the question, and then I'm going to browse and upload that screenshot. So now instead of the typed in answer, the student can see the question that you already had typed into a presentation. And then if you'd like, you can just type in what the question is. So you could just type solve the problem below. And this time I'll do multiple choice. So I'll give the students a few options. So 5, 16, and 12. And again, if you want it to be required, just click that on. That will force the students to answer it. So the last thing I would recommend doing before you finish is to just check it. Make sure you walk through it and see that everything is right. To do that, you click on the little eye icon on the top. When you click on that, it pulls up your form. You're able to go through and see how it looks from the student's perspective. So the 2 times 7, type in your answer. If you type in a wrong answer, you'll see it comes up with that try again. I go back to my 14 and it works fine. Click on my answer and click submit. Now that it has been submitted, I'm going to go back to my form, and you'll see at the top it has responses here. From there, you're able to go in there, see how many students have solved it. You can see question by question if you'd like. You can see individual responses. But this is just a great tool to use for digital learning, but then also for multiple other tasks in the classroom. You could use it for bell ringers, you could use it for exit tickets, or just doing digital worksheets. If you enjoyed this video today, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. I would also love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching.